Betul Pak Nanang, nanti dicek di
Pak Nanang siap ya? Kita admit peserta.
Oke. Karena di proses streaming apa? Streaming.
Any music is playing?
Terus nanti mulainya kalau semua sudah terkumpul.
Yap.
Benar sudah terlihat ya?
Mas juga, you can chat me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, good evening. Hi, my name is Yuga, and I'm really excited to be here, and I'm really pumped up to be hosting the show. And I want to know how you guys are doing. So, how are you guys? Hello?
Good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay. Okay, great. You know, I'm really glad that you guys are doing fine, doing great and healthy and happy to participate in this show. Because you know what? We are going to have some fun tonight, okay? Okay, well, before we get started, I'd like to read the rundown for tonight. Let me share the screen, okay? Okay, here we go. Okay, the first rundown is opening, and also we have presentation, and then we have FGD, and then the next session is group presentation. And then we have today's pick, and the last but not least is closing and photo session. Okay, guys, that's the rundown for tonight. Okay. Did you get it? The rundown? Yeah, cool. Okay, so, well, before we get into the next session, there's a video that I'd like to show you guys. So here we go. Please play the video. Okay, the video is playing. Okay, here we go.
Cilacs UII has been established since March 22, 2003 and has become a trusted institution in Yogyakarta and its surroundings. Center for International Language and Cultural Studies, Islamic University of Indonesia, Cilacs UII is a language training center and cultural studies under the supervision of Islamic University of Indonesia, Yogyakarta. Cilacs UII is committed to contributing to linguistic competence improvement. The learning process at Cilacs UII is supported by professional and experienced teaching staff. Our teachers are young professionals who graduated from top-notch universities in Indonesia and abroad.
Okay, so that was the video. That was really cute and so informative. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next session. Well, okay, let's get started for the next session. Well, you know what? Tonight, we have a very special guest, and I don't think he needs any introductions because he's been in the show a couple of times. And, you know, I think he's one of the best, the most amazing teachers I've ever met. Okay, without any further ado, let's get started and please welcome Mr. Yusuf Cahyo. Here we go.
All right, thank you, Yuka. Yeah, Assalamualaikum everyone. How are you? Yeah, I hope you are doing all right. Well, my name is Cahyo. Yeah, a proud Cilacs teacher. Yeah, one of the teachers in Cilacs. And then it's a pleasure to meet you again. For those who have joined us previously, welcome back. Yeah. Also for the committees, please, I say thank you for the invitation. Yeah. And today I'm going to talk about something that had bothered me for quite some time in the past, which is the silent letters. Yeah, the silent letters. Right, to do that, I'm going to share you my screen. Give me some time. Right, so the silent letters belongs to pronunciation. So that's how you say that, pronunciation, not pronunciation, but pronunciation. I start from the very beginning, yeah, like a teacher. All right, well, what does it mean by silent letters? So basically there are some letters that, some letters are not meant to be said. Actually, there are lots of silent letters in English words, because English is not necessarily a phonetic language. It's quite different from Indonesian. We usually say what is written, but in English, we don't. Approximately, they have, 60% of English words have silent letter in it. So it's a bit frustrating, yeah, for us, the English learners. To learn about those silent letters, I'm going to give you simple rules, or let's say guidance, yeah, to help you understand or pronounce the silent, not pronounce the silent letters, pronounce the words correctly. Right? Let's jump up with the first one. Yeah. So the question arises when you talk about silent letters. Why are they even there? Yeah. Like these words. If you see here, we have Q. We have Q. There is Q, U, E, U, E. But we do not pronounce the rest of the letters. Yeah, we just pronounce Q. And then we also have T. Yeah? T. Just why don't they just write T? Because we do not pronounce the E and A. Also in the word J, we also pronounce the letter J. So you can say the A and Y are silent, right? Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. Yeah, like my reaction when I first knew about this was, why are they even there? Yeah, just write the Q. It was my face when I, the first time I knew about this. All right. Here is the rule. Yeah, the first one is the silent A. The letter A is usually silent when it comes before L, L, and Y, like magically. So it's not magically, but magically, right? It's not magically, but magically. And then we have, for example, magically, like he magically turns into a very handsome guy. For example, here Yuka magically turns into a very handsome guy. Well, he's handsome already, but then maybe like this, he magically turns into a handsome guy with the surgery. Hopefully not. But then we also have musically, so it's not musically, but musically. We also have psychologically. Well, actually, there is also another silent letter here, which is P. Yeah, P is also silent, so it's not psychologically, but psychologically. Okay, so we have musically, magically, psychologically. Okay, so the letter A is usually silent before L, L, and Y. Yet, like the rest of the rule, the rest of English rules, it also has its exceptions. Yeah? This exception, for example, if I write down here the word, let's say, intentionally. So we pronounce the A intentionally. Okay, so that's the exception. The next one, we have, Okay, we have silent P. P is usually silent when it comes before T. like that. So pay attention to my lips here. We do not say depth, but that, without the P. Or doubt, doubt. Okay, my lips are not touching. Doubt. And then there is also P, like in climb. So that comes after M. M, we do not say climb, but climb. And come. All right. So that, for example, she doubts me because I have a lot of debt. So debt, it's not depth, but debt, and then doubt, and then subtle instead of subtle. Subtle, subtly, the adverb. Debt, doubt, subtle, and then climb and come. We do not say climbing. Well, some of my students say that often. I went climbing last week. No, I went climbing last week. I went climbing. So we do not pronounce the P. I went climbing. All right. Next one, we have the silent E. The letter E, is usually silent when it's in the end of a word. When it's in the end of a word. For example, here, take. All right, E in the word take. We do not pronounce the E, not takey, but take. Also in the word preach. Also determine. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah, determine. One of my students in the past said determine. It's not determine, but determine. Right? We do not pronounce the E. I'll put them into sentences. Let's say, I take you to the bridge to determine whether you should live or die. Okay, that's the example. Yeah, take you to the bridge. It's not like take it, but take. Bridge, determine. Okay, that's silent E. The next one we have silent E. This one is a bit popular, I think. It's a bit famous for being mispronounced. Yeah, it's a bit famous for being mispronounced. Like when I was a kid, I always used to say knife. It's not knife. Yeah, if we look at the letters here, knife. Actually, there are two silent letters here. There is silent K and silent E. Knife, not knife, but knife. So we do not pronounce the K at all. Knife. Like nice to meet you. Okay. Also, in the word knee, knee is the joint that combines your thigh and calf. It's knee. Also, no. No. We the word no, the opposite of yes. Yes, no. That's how we pronounce it as well. It's not a no, woo, no, yeah. So, no, just no. Okay. That's silent K. Then we have silent P, right? P is usually silent if it's in the beginning of a word, which has S in the beginning. Yeah? S, so usually silent, like psychology. It's not psychology, but psychology. Psychology, also maybe psychiatrist, psycho. Psychology. Psychology is, the science which study mind, people's mind. Then we have receipt. This one is my bad. Shouldn't. Okay. The silent is the P. Yeah. Okay. So it's not receipt, but receipt. Okay. Receipt. Silent P. We do not say the P. And then we have this one. I found it difficult to pronounce this word. There is P before M. That's difficult. Like penuh, it's difficult. Yeah. then when, we don't have to pronounce the P. So it's actually easy. We say pneumonia, right? Pneumonia. So not pneumonia, but pneumonia. Last, we have pH. pH. When P and H are combined, we usually change into F. We usually change them, their voice, into F, like photograph. So it's not photograph, but photograph. Also in phone. Photograph, phone, paragraph, photograph. I don't know what you think. I don't know what you are thinking. I study psychology, not telepathy, right? The next one, we have silent U. Okay, silent U. Yeah, I think some people also mispronounce these words. My students love biscuit. They love to say biscuit. It's not biscuit, but biscuit. All right. So we do not say the U sound. We do not pronounce the U sound. So it's not biscuit, but biscuit. Also in the word building, do not say building, but building. Silent U. The last, we have technique. We have two silent letters here, silent U and silent E. Technique. Also maybe in the word like antique, with U and E in the end. We do not pronounce those words. We do not pronounce the U and E in the end of those words. Technique, antique. All right. This is the last one that I have in my list, and this is the last one that I have on my list. We have silent W. Who, instead of who. Not who, but who. Whom and whose. Who wraps the gift, for example. Who wraps the gift? Or right. So W in the beginning, before H and before R, is usually silent. Who, whom, whose. Then we have wrap, right, and some other words, maybe wrinkle, wrist. Yeah, right equation. Right equation. And then the student just wrote equation. Answer. Silent W, guys. Do not pronounce the W, please. Just don't. Answer, if you like American pronunciation, or answer, if you like British pronunciation. So never say answer, no. Answer. All right. That's it. Yeah. Thank you. Well, a quick note maybe for you guys. If by any chance some of you think, wow, now we have to worry about pronunciation too, besides grammar. Let's say we become less confident. Please don't. But instead of thinking that pronunciation will hold you back, in my case personally, when I knew how to pronounce some words correctly, I felt confidence. I felt the confidence in it. So, when you learn pronunciation, think of it as the strength, as your strength to, enrich or improve your proficiency in English. When you know how to pronounce those words, you become more confident in front of other people. That's my time. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Actually, there are some other words that I haven't put here. It's your task or job to find them in the focus group discussion. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you. I give the screen back to Mr. Yuka.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Cahyo. That was a really good explanation. Okay, I was really frustrated too when it comes to learning and also, reading some really unique words. For example, like the Q, cool,
Yeah.
COUP. I was like, how to pronounce this word? Like, and then it was like just cool. Wait,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
even there, yeah.
Yeah. It's like cool. Okay. Okay. For the next session, we are going to join the breakout rooms. Okay, guys, please. I want you to know that, we are going to be in the breakout rooms that you guys have been assigned before. Okay, please keep in mind that you guys have to enter or join the room that you have been told before. Okay, please recheck on WhatsApp. Okay, so do not enter someone else's room. Okay. Okay, now I think it's time for you guys to join the breakout rooms, and please keep in mind that you have to be in the right room, in the correct room that you guys have been told before. Okay, so off you go. Okay, so that was like, learning pronunciation is just really tricky. So what do you think, Mr. Chahi? Because you've been experienced, you've been doing it for like years. So
Well, I think it's fun. Like the first time I learned about pronunciation, it was really fun because maybe because I loved the lecturer in my time, but then I also love the fact that wow, everyone around me mispronounced those words. Like I felt like how do you say enlightened by after learning pronunciation. Like I felt happy. Yeah, the first time I learned pronunciation.
okay, that was like really cool. And also, let's see what we get here. So everyone, please enter the room, like the correct room that you guys have been assigned to. Okay. Okay. So I think it's for us to talk about, the question. It's like for Q&A, right?
Yes, yes.
For Q&A session from YouTube. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me take a look at the question first. Okay, Mr. Cahyo, because we talked about silent letters that you have explained that, and also, are there any other words that have silent letters as well?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Actually, during my time teaching pronunciation, not pronunciation in specifically, but when I teach this silent L that my students incorrectly pronounce. For example, when you do you know the word this one? Let me write it down. Let me share on the whiteboard.
I don't know, I'm not sure.
Give me some time. Okay, let's say if you know the word this one, I think this is it's actually familiar, but if you some of my students say cold, cold,
True.
they say they say the L letter. They shouldn't. It should be could. Yeah. Also should. Yeah. And would. So should. Some of my students say that like, I won't take them down. Like I have to say it. Should. They get excited.
Okay.
would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Also in these words, yeah, if you know, so it's not calf but calf, yeah. And then we have half.
Yes, I've seen it everywhere.
Right? Yeah, like half. Everyone say half.
Yes,
Half.
true. That's not correct.
Half. And then yeah. Or maybe silent. Do you know this silent? There is silent C.
Silent C, for
Yes.
example.
For example, like in words, scissor. We do not say the C. Scissor. Yeah.
True.
Scissor. Yeah.
Scissor.
What else do you like? Oh, D. I mentioned earlier about let's say silent T in handsome. People usually say handsome. Yeah. Handsome. Like in sandwich. It's sandwich, but sandwich. It's a sandwich.
The word
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So
like
it's
a
not.
lot of people mispronounce that.
Yeah.
Like Wednesday. So it should be Wednesday. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, correct.
Silent D, right?
Yeah, silent T.
Okay, sir, there is a question from Miss Lisda. So the question is how to differentiate the pronunciation of no and now. I just answered it. So.
Yeah, you just answered that. Well, it's difficult when we talk about pronunciation, like it's difficult. Yeah, that's the answer. So it's no. No is like the opposite of yes. I told you before. No, and then now. I know now. I know now that you wrote the whole book. There are lots of silent letters in that sentence. I know now that you wrote the whole book.
Okay. No and now. So I think we have to pay attention to what is that? Diphthong, vowels.
Yeah. True. Like the study of sound.
Yeah, another whole discussion.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have it actually in Cilacs, so
yeah,
you can join us.
True. If you want to learn more about sounds, vowels in English, please join Cilacs UII, right? Okay, and you might, want to meet one of the best teachers here, and that is Mr. Cahyo. So, yeah.
Thank you. I'll take that as compliment.
Yeah, okay. Of course, you do take it. Okay, from no and now, is there any, confusing words that have the same letters, have the same silent letters?
Same. What do you mean by the same silent letters?
The same spelling, almost the same spelling, but the way how to say them are different. Like no and now, and also.
What if I switch your question the other way around? Like there are some words that has there are some words that have different spelling but have the same pronunciation. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's say cool. Here is the thing. Like I told you before, the silent W, right? It's the same. It has the same pronunciation, like right.
R-I-D. R-I-D too, right?
Yeah.
R-I-D.
Yeah.
R-I-D-E. Right.
Oh, that's a bit different because there is D in it, right?
Oh, right.
Right.
But I heard, like, I have heard a lot of people said that, like, I rather die without pronouncing the D, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Right and right. Okay. Can we get more of it?
That's what I can think of. Actually, maybe there are some others, but if you give me sentences, maybe I'll be able to identify those. Yeah.
What about like have and have?
What do you mean have?
Yeah, have and have.
Okay, versus
the verb.
Okay. Like this?
Yeah,
have,
I like
have and have. Have, have. And
the first word, if you pronounce it in British accent, right? But if an American accent, it's gonna be different, like have.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. So it's like, when we just talk about it, and then when we hear someone say have and have, the difference is just really slight, just subtle, right?
Yeah.
So how do
subtle.
we know? So how do we know?
Okay. Well, actually, if I think when you talk about accent, that is the next level of pronunciation. Yeah.
True.
I think it's better for you to expose yourself, to their, to their language. You can either watch movie or watch YouTube videos or listen to some music. Yeah. That is the easiest way to be exposed with the correct pronunciation. But then I think learning pronunciation is always fun because when you are able to pronounce the words correctly, it will be way easier for your speaking partner to understand you. Even though, let's say, you have incorrect grammar, sometimes people will still understand you well if you pronounce the words correctly. I think. I won't say that pronunciation is better or it's more important than grammar, but then it's easier to learn pronunciation rather than grammar, because grammars have so many rules, but pronunciation don't really have those complicated rules.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I feel like learning the importance of the grammar and pronunciation are equal, right? So yeah, it's better for you to learn grammar as well as the pronunciation correctly, properly, right? Okay, let's go back to the same words, similar words, right? Okay, I think when it comes to have and have again, so maybe we can pay attention to the context of the sentence. So you can't use have as the verb, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Sorry, what? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Okay. I mean, when it comes to learning pronunciation, and we hear the same exact words that are pronounced the same, so I feel like it's for us to pay attention to the clue. I mean, the context.
Yeah. True. Yeah, true. It depends on the context as well. Even like some words are pronounced differently when they have the different functions. Yeah. Let's say the word like invalid and then invalid. Like the word invalid and then invalid. When you say when it's a verb, then when it's a noun, you stress the first, and then when you say it's a verb, then you stress the second. There's another topic in pronunciation about stress, actually.
True. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, we have to pay attention to the stress as well. Yeah, I think that's really important that not a lot of teachers have interest in telling and explaining those, and you just brought it up. I mean, that's the quality of Cilacs UII, guys. So we have qualified teachers, experienced teachers that not a lot of teachers out there will teach you what we teach here. Okay, so please join us at Cilacs UII. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's really important to learn pronunciation, and I think pronunciation is really related to accent. So what do you think of it? What do you think of it?
Oh yeah. Well, if you ask that, I think accent will not hold you back when you want to learn how to speak English. But then, you have to consider those. There are many accents, like we have British, American, Australian. Yeah.
Australian.
But I think I will go with my Indonesian accent because I believe accent is our identity. So as long as we have the standardized pronunciation, I think it will be okay if we still keep our accent.
Okay, that's correct. Actually, yeah, I agree. But I feel like when accent, it has a lot to do with the English that we are learning. So, for example, if I stick to American English, so I have to pronounce like all the words exactly the way they pronounce. I mean, the American speakers pronounce it. How to, right? So I feel like, yeah. So do we have, my question is, do we have to pay attention to, just or stick to one accent, one English, either American or British?
Well, actually, I would say to each his own, but I myself, I don't do that. Yeah, I expose myself to different kinds of accents. Yeah, I expose myself to different kinds of accents, and then uh, I'll say, I'll choose something in between, pronunciations or the accents that my students understand. Because here, I mean, personally, I talk to my students, I talk to my friends. So I choose the easiest accent to understand instead of, choosing like British, like a bottle of water. It will be difficult to understand by my students. So that's why I think it's okay for us to mix the accent. I think mix the British and American. Oh, there is this word that I like to pronounce it in British way, like the word can and can't, because it's easier for my students to differentiate rather than I say can and can't, right? I use the British accent, can't. But I think most of my words, well, if anyone can judge me out there, maybe I am kind of using American accent.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because there's a huge difference when it comes to pronouncing the and sound, right? Like half and half.
Yeah.
What's funny is my teacher, fault me for saying, what is that? Bath. And then he corrected me with bath. I was like, I'm using American accent. I mean, I'm learning American accent. And he was like, but what you said is not correct.
Okay.
But so I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I think it's not really wise. I mean, both are correct. So
yeah, true. Yeah. See, our teachers know what is correct, what is not in English, right? Yeah, I mean, like, it's so simple. This is American English and this is British English. So if you know the difference, so you're a legit teacher. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so there's
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Keep going.
Okay, well, actually, I wanted to share. We still have some time. Yeah, you asked me previously about some tips about improving our pronunciation. I'll try to share some tips. Yeah, the first one, I think what's important about how to improve your pronunciation is your tongue, and then your throat, and then your lips. Pay attention to those to those parts of body, because those are the parts of body contributing to us in pronouncing the words. So you can look to the mirror and then pay attention to pay attention what your parts of body, like say for example, when you say what the difference between T and D. T and D. Yeah. T, and then when you say t, when you touch your throat, it's not really moving. But when you say t, and then it's shaking. That's the first one. Yeah. And then the second, you can also pay attention to you can also record yourself. Yeah. This is what happened between me and my friends in the past. Like, I was quite sure I had like average pronunciation or average fluency or average, my pronunciation was okay back then, I thought. But then when I recorded myself with my friends, and then we recorded both of us, wow, we didn't pronounce those words really well. So yeah, it helps, I think. Record yourself. Now we all have the technology to do that. So record yourself, because when you say something, you cannot hear what you say. You know, sometimes it's difficult to say and listen to yourself, right? Yeah, it's
I think it's
difficult.
embarrassing for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Recording myself is embarrassing for me, you know.
Well, it shouldn't be embarrassed, because like from that you can learn, okay, you should pronounce this correctly. But then you can also, okay, here is the easier tip you can do at home. Like if you have an iPhone, or just Android, you can use the phone's voice, like when you use the Google Assistant. Yeah, you can say like, where is the nearest restaurant? When you pronounce the words correctly, the Google Assistant will show you, right? But then if you don't,
true.
One or Siri, can you tell me where is the nearest cafe? You should. If you got the feedback, it means that you are pronouncing the words correctly. It's everywhere. I mean, the helps are everywhere. Yeah. And I told you before, the next tip, I think it's quite essential to learn about stress and intonation. Like when we were kids, when we were in high school, we used to be asked to read the passage, and then we just read the passage without the stress, without the intonation. Yeah. Like, I go to school every day, like that. It's just don't do that. Yeah. Don't do that. Learn how to, how the words should be stressed, and and the intonation. For example, one of my students once asked me about what is the difference. How do we differentiate between 30 and 13? I mean, it's almost the same. Well, it's a bit different actually. So you say 13 with the stress in the teen, yeah. But then you say 30, so you stress in the third, yeah, 30. So T is not really, it's an almost silent. 13,
Okay.
30.
Okay, wait, sorry, there's like a question from YouTube. Can I, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, the question is, we've talked about Siri, and then who is asking? Okay, she wants to ask about Q. So that's the word Q has U-E silent letters.
Yeah, that's right, Q, right? I think I showed in my previous presentation, maybe you just joined me. Welcome, by the way. But yeah, we only say the letter basically, like Q, the Q letter, without say, not way. Maybe Indonesian people like to read it. It's Indonesian, then way, right? It's not way, but Q. Yeah.
Okay. So it's true that it has UE some letters.
Yeah.
Okay. So earlier I mentioned that we talked about Siri, and then the question is like this. The question. Okay, please pay attention to the question. Let's play. Hello, sir. Let's play here. I want to ask about Q word. So does the word the word Q has silent letters? That's all. She's just like, hello Siri, and then we've talked about Siri earlier, and then she asked about hello Siri. Wow, coincidence?
Yeah, an awkward coincidence.
yeah, when you talked about that, about the Siri, and then there is a question that talks about Siri too, so yeah, I think you're psychic.
Yeah, I learned telepathy, not psychology.
Okay.
I know what you are.
Okay.
Yeah. But there is also another thing that I love.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Can I cut you off a little bit? His YouTube name is Let's Play. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, Let's Play is like
really fun. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Let's Play. I play with you, okay? Yeah. So the question is like, hello Siri. So yeah,
Yeah.
the hello Siri. No, sorry, I mispronounced it again. It's like, hello sir. I'm so sorry. Okay, continue. Okay, keep going. Is there any question? Okay, wow.
No question.
Wow, I think, no, it's because our time is enough.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's go back to.
We still have 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes, but I think, yeah, let's wrap up.
All right. Yeah. Actually, there is another. Actually, I want to wrap up. But before we do that, I want to shout out to tongue twister method. I think it helps. I mean, it helps me enormously when I learn. When I first learned how to pronounce some words. Yeah, because that trains our muscles. Yeah, that trains our muscles. Yeah, I mean, like, even though like we have memories, yeah, we have notes, but then we have also to train our muscles. Like, then we will have muscle memory. You know what I mean? Like when you learn to swim and then you do the training, yeah, to train your leg muscles or your arm muscle, but then in pronunciation you have to train your these muscles, yeah, tongue, the lips, and the throat. Yeah.
True.
And then I'd like to wrap up by saying the last tip I have is practice. Yeah. So it's to have a perfect pronunciation, to have perfect speaking skill, then you have to be patient. Yeah. It needs lots of time. You have to be patient and then practice and practice. Yeah. That's why you should join this SpeakUp community. Yeah. Just join and again, join and join again. So you can practice your pronunciation well. Right, that's my time. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was really cool. I mean, I have a lot of knowledge and things that have to do with pronunciation. So I feel like I can do better. We all can do better, right? So I think we are waiting for the other members to join us again in the main session. Okay. Wow, that was really good. I feel like it's gonna take forever if we're talking about pronunciation, and also it's like just silent letters, and there's the rest things that we have to know when it comes to pronunciation. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Silent letters help you. Studying silent letters help you to improve your pronunciation. Yeah, and those words are silent, then it helps your pronunciation.
Okay. So later on, we are going to have group presentation, which one of their members will speak up here, will talk about the result of the discussion in FGD. So yeah, that's the next session that we are waiting for it to come. Okay. Well, actually, like, okay. There is a question, but you gotta answer it short. About the schwa, I bet you know that.
Yeah.
Schwa.
And I don't really like it. Schwa, honestly.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, British pronunciation. Yeah. Schwa, like water, like that. Like that's like when you stop the air in your throat. Yeah. That's the schwa sound.
Is that schwa? I think that's a glottis stop. Like water, better. I think that's the glottis stop. Schwa is like isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if you combine those together, then it's called schwa. And I mean, it's mostly used by the British in British accent. They use schwa sound a lot.
Okay. So the glottis stop becomes schwa, become a. Is it a sound or the combination between those two?
Yeah, I think the combination between the two.
Okay, thank you, sir, for answering that beautiful question. Okay, so I think we are still waiting for the members to join back in the main session. Okay. Cool. Well, I feel like, we have learned not only silent letters, but a lot other things like sure, and then go to stop, and then, sound, and, the way how to train your muscles up here, around here, to really pronounce some words or all the words correctly. Wow. Okay, thank you, sir, for your amazing knowledge, amazing insight.
You're welcome.
So yeah, we're still waiting. Okay, please come back. Okay. Okay, please welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the main session. So what have you got? Okay, we're still waiting. Oh yeah, while waiting for the other members to join back, I have to announce that because, it's really essential, really fun. And the good news is we have 2 vouchers, and each voucher is worth 150K, okay, to join our conversation in Cilacs UII. Wow. So like free, like a discount, guys, discount. And the discount is worth 150K. That's a massive discount. Yeah, massive discount for me. 150K, okay? Oh, I feel like a lot of people are coming back. Oh, okay. Is everyone here? So that we can start our discussion. Group presentation. Hello, Fasil. Can you confirm that?
Yes, group
Hi,
yes.
yes. Room 1, 2.
Okay.
Group 3
already.
on the main room.
Okay, so who's gonna go first? Please raise your hand. Who's going to speak up first here?
Room 1, please.
Room 4, please.
Room 1. Okay, raise your hand, guys, so that I can notice you.
So
Okay,
from
okay.
room 1.
Oh, the first one is we have group 2, Mr.
Oh, group 2, okay.
Okay, so wait. Okay, wait. Before, just to keep in mind that you guys only have 3 minutes to speak up. Okay. Please welcome the first speaker is coming from group 2, Mr. Amri. The screen is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. And before that, is that my voice clearly for you guys? Okay, our presentation about I will discuss before. We talk the first we talk about the silent letter, and then next we talk about the atmosphere about the music. I think in the store that's question, the first question, or you influence anyway about to retail music in the store. That for me, special for me, that's not really influence for me to buy some news, buy much about the store, like what the price on the something like that. I think that before you go to the store, I think you have to prepare what you want to buy in the store. I thought that the music not really have the influence for me. I think that, and then just maybe for some people, I think I just said like a mother or something like that. I think the others really influence for them to buy the much about what happened in the store. I think, but for me, not. that just I think that music you play in the store just for make you comfortable with the store, make the some emotional like comfortable in the place, and so you that really want to go to the place again, and so that this for the image for store too, that's really, oh my god, this store is very like the kind to have the some how to say that how to say that how kind to customer, because how the some music in there to the make this store that really comfortable, really get suitable for the customer, I think. But for me, that the store influence to buy more about what the store selling about it. I think not, because I have to prepare what I want to buy in the store, and then I just focus in the one way, and I focus what I want to buy, and then I don't get to out in my brain to buy more, because that's money, this really complicated problem to buy more. I think that that's it for my group discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Amri. So that was a really good explanation. Next, we're gonna have the second speaker is from Group 3, Miss Honey. The screen is yours.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My
Good
name is
evening.
Hani. I just came from the focus club precaution in the group 3. We opened the room with review the presentation from Mr. Cahyo about the silent letters. Afterwards, we discussed about how music influenced the way the retail shop, if I'm not mistaken, and I took the question of number 2, which is how big this influence to someone's shopping behavior. And I said in the discussion, in my own case, actually music is not really have a very big influence for me in the way I spend my money for shopping, because it still depends and from other factors, kind of like how much money I have, and whether this stuff that I need to buy is really important, is really a priority or not. So the music is really not influence me about how I can spend my money in shopping. Even though the music is classic, like the passage say, if I say, I told in the other room before, if I go, in example, to Informa or any kind of furniture shop in the big supermarket, and they have some kind of like classic music or some kind of other music, and it still not influence me at all to see all the furniture that is displayed there and then buy it, because if the price is very expensive, I still will not buy it. But there is a different case in the cafe. Okay, the different thing. Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah. It's been 3 minutes, so thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Miss Hani. Thank you. That was really good.
You're welcome.
Okay, the next one we have Group 7, Miss Indira. The screen is yours.
Okay, thank you. Okay, on room 7 that we are practice to evaluate the silent word, and we also discuss about the article that music influence us to stay longer and buy more things. But personally, it depends in my mood. Sometimes I stay longer, sometimes I just having fun, just looking around, random stuff kind of, and then but most of the time I just focus to my to-do list and the product that I'm looking for. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. That was short and complete. Okay, the next one we have Mr. Very. Okay, it says Very from Group 4. The screen is yours.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, we already discussed first about the silent word from the, and we review from the, there was about 10 sentences that we learned about the silent word, and then The next is we discuss about the influence of, the song when we are going to retail shop, how in the influence for us to buy something. For me, it's not influenced me at all, because every time I go to the shop or probably or supermarket or hypermarket, I already take times to put things that I want to buy. And that's all. That's why when I want to go to the supermarket, I only spend about few times, not much time. And then when I already got what I want to buy, then I go to the cashier and then go back to my home. But there's other opinion about the music influence, that it will make comfort when we enter the retail store. And sometimes it also depends when we all have much time and shorter time. If we have much time, then we can enjoy the music, but it's not really influence how we want to buy something in the retail shop. Okay, that's all about what we already discussed on group 4. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Very. Okay, the next speaker is going to be from room 1, Mr. Noor. So the time is yours.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the occasion. So, yeah. So for the, wait, I'm sorry for the noise. So for the first section, we have been talked about the 10 questions about silent letters, and it was quite fun. And the second thing is, I think we have same motion. It was about music and retail shop. So, in my point of view, if the question is, does music influence people to buy the stuffs? I disagree with that. But if the question is, does music influence the way people experiencing the store's atmosphere? I really agree with that, because stores oftenly try to make the sellers to be comfortable to be there, right? So that's why they use music, and I oftenly feel that as long as the music is fun, is relaxing, the people in the store will more comfortable for doing anything, even though they didn't buy anything, but they can feel the atmosphere. Yeah, I think this that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Noor. So next we're gonna have group 6, Miss Septian Emma. The stage is yours.
Hello everyone, good evening. Mr. Yuga, I'm sorry, I can't open my cam because my internet is unstable.
Okay, keep
Okay,
going.
thank you. Okay, in group 6, we discuss about the silent letter, and then the next we discuss about the paragraph, but we don't much have time to discuss about the question because the time is limit. We in our discussion we discuss about the silent letter, and we discuss fun discussion, and then Miss Hanifa, I think. Yeah. Miss Maharani lead the discussion very well. Okay, thank you, Miss Yuga.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the next one, we're gonna have a speaker from group 5, Miss Ulhak. The screen is yours.
Okay, good evening, everyone. First of all, we read the text and look for the silent letters. After that, we discuss about whether music affect us when we do shopping. And for us, for me, Mbak Tri and Mas Jalu, music doesn't affect us when we do shopping. So we keep buying things that we have planned before from home. And that's all. The discussion was so fun. Thanks.
Okay, that's all. Okay, thank you. Okay, that was like the last speaker to perform in this screen. So do you get, I'm opening one question. So please, if you have any question related to the silent letters or anything that has to do with pronunciation, please. Okay, Mr. Saipul Amri.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Yuga. I want to ask a question with Mr. Cahyo. How do we know the word is silent? That's it. Thank you.
Excuse me, can you please repeat your question?
The question is how we know the word is silent.
Oh, well, yeah. Actually, okay, I'll try to answer that. Yeah. Earlier, I said that those are the simple rules. Like we have the silent A, silent B, C, D, and so on. Like A before L, L, and Y. But that's not always the case. Yeah. To make sure of it, like we always have the spelling check, of course. But then those those simple rules may help some people if they try to perfect their pronunciation in the beginning, like silent A, P, C, like D, silent D, and then like after like handsome, sandwich, after the letter N, like that. And then like silent P after the letter M, climb, like calm, like that. So those are not the fixed or the, how do you say, like the strict rules. You never pronounce those letters, no. But those rules are to help you if you want to catch, and then you want to say in the beginning, like I think those rules will improve the pronunciation. Yeah. Does that answer the question or not?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I hope, yeah. I mean, those rules we have the A, B, C, D, and so on until W.
That we have to remember all of the word is silent. Right.
Just remember the rules, not the words. So just the rules, not the words. Like before LLY, A is usually silent. Yeah, just the rule. Like, and then like B before T, usually silent, like subtle, that doubt, like that. So the rules, not the words. I think should be easy, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the answer, and I hope the answer will, help you get that. Okay. Okay. I feel like I have one bonus question, just one. Okay. And we got Ms. Milna. Please spill your answer. I mean your question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yuga. It's such a wonderful presentation, but actually for me the rules is a little bit confusing because I should decide which is other than very popular words like that and knife or night or something like that. So if I should remember all the rules, when we speak, it should be a little bit tiring. So maybe you have some suggestion other than remember the rules. Maybe like listen to natives, maybe many listening. I think a lot of listening will help, maybe. Is it right? Or other suggestion maybe you can give to me especially. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Ibu, for the question. Well, yeah, if you think that memorizing those rules are difficult, maybe your question is maybe how we should improve our pronunciation in general. Yeah, I have some tips. Yeah, these I used when I was starting learning pronunciation. The first tip, and it's not necessarily popular among my students, especially, it's you should train your muscles. Like we have lips, and then we have our tongue, and then we have our throat. Look at ourselves in front of the mirror, and then look at what happened when we say, let's say, like B. We spread the lips here. B. Instead of like when we say both, yeah, like that. That's the lips. Look at ourselves in the mirrors, and then like train our muscles, yeah, so that we will have the muscle memory, you can say. Another tip, I shared this earlier in the main room before when you guys went to the focus group discussion, is you can record yourself. I think it's really helpful. It was really helpful to me. Like I thought I pronounced the words correctly, but then when I record it, wow, I have some mistakes there. And then you can also use this one. I think I talk to Google Assistant in my free time. Don't judge me, but I do that. Yeah, I talk to Google Assistant when I was really, when I don't have friends. But when Google Assistant can answer your question, then it means that you pronounce the words correctly, right? Yeah, go on and on, like like, can you tell me the nearest restaurant? And then if the Google or Siri, if you guys iPhone users, you can use Siri. Also, this is maybe a bit not difficult, but it will take time. I suggest you guys to pay attention to the stress and intonation. Yeah, when you speak like this, like you sometimes stress some words, or you play with the intonation. Yeah, like for instance, the difference between 13 and 30, right? 13 and 30. Okay, like that. When you learn about the stress and intonation, it helps to improve your pronunciation. And then this is what I love the most to play with my students. It's the tongue twister. The tongue twister, yeah. Like some seashell on the seashore, right? That's how you train. Earlier I mentioned about the
Okay. Hello, Mr. Yusuf. Cahyo. Are you still there? Hello? Guys, I'm so sorry. I think, he has a trouble with his connection. So yeah, I think we're gonna wait for him to come back. Okay, that's very unfortunate. Mr. Cahyo, we're waiting for you. Okay, guys, like I mentioned before, we have 2 vouchers that is worth, each voucher is worth 150K. Oh, here we go. It's back.
I'm really sorry. Yeah. Well, I'd like to wrap up my answer before by saying the word practice. Yeah, that is the last tip. Yeah, I can give you guys practice. Like I believe like now you are practicing. Yeah. And by the way, if I may comment on your your group presentations, they were amazing. So yeah, practice. It's not a short-term skill to learn. Like you have to do it in long term. So practice, be patient. So yeah, join the next session.
True. Yeah, you guys, you have to join our next session. Okay, thank you so much, all the all the people that have asked a question or some questions to Mr. Cahyo. Thank you so much. Oh, Mr. Cahyo, here's the drill that you have to pick 2 winners to receive our vouchers. Hello? Can you hear me?
I should pick the winner?
Yeah.
Dude, I picked the winner last week. Okay. All right. Well, the first winner was the last Miss who's the last person who asked question? I think those two people get the voucher. Yeah, those two who asked question.
Okay.
The previous
So
one must
Saiful Amri.
I forgot. Yeah, Saiful Amri.
Saiful
By the way,
Amri.
I kind of like his accent.
Yeah, it's kind of British kind of accent to it.
Yeah.
Cool. It was really cool. Okay. I wish I could speak like that. Okay, so okay, so we've come to a conclusion that the winners are Mr. Saiful Amri and Miss Nilna Amal. Is that correct, Mr. Cahyo?
Yeah, congratulations.
Okay, congratulations. Well. Oh, don't cry. Oh my God. Okay, guys, so before we get into the next session, and that is today's pick, I want you to fill out, a feedback form, which I'm going to send it to your chat room. Here we go. No, actually. Okay, I've sent the link for you to fill out the feedback form. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes and then we'll be back and then we're going to wrap up for today's pick and closing and photo session. Okay, the time is yours.
Me?
No, sir.
Who's taking the?
Yeah, I mean all the members, all the participants here who have joined our session, so they have to fill out the form. Okay, so I think maybe while waiting for that, can you give us like tips how to be better at English in general?
I'm really sorry, my internet connection wasn't stable. Can you please repeat the question?
Okay. So while waiting for the other people to fill out the form, I would like to ask you a question, and the question is, how do we improve our pronunciation? Besides joining this amazing Speak Club.
Well, yeah. Well, I think I told you I've given the 7 or 8 tips before, but then I think who's the winner again? I forgot. I think what she said is true. Like Nilna Amal, yeah. You should expose yourself to English. You should expose yourself to English because, like, our ears need to be familiar with the sound. Yeah. I have this, I think a fun fact, you can call it fun fact. Like people in Indonesia call gecko tekek, right? People, right? I mean, that animal is named because of its sound. That animal, right? That animal is named because of its sound. So English people, people with the English language, they call it gecko because what they hear is gecko instead of tokek. So that proves our ears are different. You know what I mean? So I think that suggests that we need to familiarize our ears to English sounds. And the easiest way, I suggest you to listen what you like. Listen what you like. That's it's just listen, can be YouTube, can be movies, music. It's up to you as long as you like them. When you like those what you hear, when you like what you watch, you will do that excessively.
Okay, that was a really cool tip. So watching Netflix counts?
Yeah, true, like Netflix and what else? Mola, yeah. And some other.
Yeah, so do you agree if learning English should be fun?
I do. It's fun, guys. Like Well, this pronunciation is only the small part of English. We learn the whole culture. I love language in general, so yeah, it's fun. It's always fun.
True. So have you guys done it? Have you guys filled out the form? Have you guys done it? Okay.
Yeah, please fill out the form, yeah, because like we will know what topics should we bring later in the next event. Like this topic was brought in the last minute, so we were expecting your feedbacks.
Yep. Yeah. You know, your feedback is really important for us to keep going, to do better. So yeah, let's keep up the good work. Okay, and I think it's time for today's pick. So what I learned today is, learning pronunciation is really important, especially paying attention to the details, such as silent letters and also vowels, schwa, sounds in English, those things matter, okay? So yeah, that's today's pick. Encourage yourself to learn pronunciation, and you can encourage people to learn that as well. Okay, now I think we've come to the end of the session, the end of the show. Oh, so I feel like I'm sad to end this show. Okay, but okay, it's okay. Now I think it's time for us to take pictures. Okay, whoever's in charge in taking pictures, please take our best poses. Okay, do we have to come?
Yeah, Mr. Yoga. Okay, everyone, we are gonna take the picture. To make our picture more attractive, Mr. Yoga, please to use your. Okay, letter C means
letter C.
Cilacs Community.
Yep.
It means Cilacs.
Guys, it's compulsory. Yep, let's do this.
Okay, Pak Nanang, please capture the
Cahyo.
Okay, enough. Thank you.
Okay, it's done. Okay. Thank you so much, Mas Adit and Panana. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining this session. It's been a blessing to talk to you, and also, it's a real. I feel like I had a blast talking to you, and thank you so much for participating in this show, and thank you so much for being here. I'm Yuga, YUGA, and until next time, bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a great night. Bye. I love you all.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Enjoy the game next time.
Thank you, Mr. Cahyo, Mr. Yoga. See you.
Thank you, Mr. Satria.